Today I fucked up by thinking I had a bat in my closet for a month. I was startled awake at 4 AM in mid-February because of a chirping noise in my closet. My boyfriend and I dug through it trying to find the noise, but alas nothing came up. This happened every other night for about a week. I looked up chirping noise in house and behold, the top result was that a bat could be in the walls. A bat in my closet. So for weeks I tried to find this bat. I had my friends looking. I recorded sound evidence and compared it to YouTube videos. I told my therapist that I couldn't sleep because of the frickin' bat in my closet. I started locking my closet door at night so the bat wouldn't give my cat rabies or something. I texted my family, friends, everyone trying to ask how to remove my closet bat. Well, finally I'm at my wit's end because the bat will not shut up and it's 10 PM and I'm tired. So I tried to find it again, and I actually locate where the noise is coming from. IBF and I dig through the back of my closet and find it coming from the shoebox. Not a bat. A keychain alarm for when I walk along at night. It had come undone slightly and was chirping at random intervals. I was woken up by this bat every night for a month. Well, I already feel idiotic, but I've got to get the broken thing to turn off. A roommate joked I should drown it, so I did. And it starts screaming, not chirping, and I cannot get it to shut off. And now I'm wrapping it in cloth trying to muffle it, and the neighbors are texting me cause of the noise and I am panicked cause it's loud AF and it's late. BF hit it with a hammer which broke it open and we cut the wires. The not bat is no longer. I cannot live this down. Too long didn't read. I thought a bat was in my closet, told everyone I know about it, and it was actually a keychain alarm, which I then turned on indefinitely in an attempt to destroy it and alarmed, ha, my neighbors. OMG. Thank you for sharing this. I once ran panicked out of the loft over my fill garage certain I heard a bat. I was supposed to sleep there with my family. We ended up sleeping on air mattresses in the study instead. It wasn't a bat. It was one of those air fresheners that would spray at intervals. My husband made swear I would tell no one. He didn't want to sleep up there anyway. ETA, thanks for the award. Thank you for sharing this hilarious blunder. This is gonna be one of those, hey, you remember when you thought there was a bat in your closet wall but it was actually just a keyring? Stories that get brought up every few years. Love it. I have a quick similar story I suppose, just not a today I fucked up. I used to work second shift, closing nights at a chain restaurant. I would come home and stay up till 6 AM regularly. My passion in life is haunt acting, and some years back I was working on editing together and twisting horror music for my haunt. One late summer night I was listening back to a track I'd been working on for an hour and I was dead tired. But as I'm listening I'm hearing this odd bit I hadn't heard before. I didn't recall adding whatever sound that was odd. So I stopped the playback and still heard the sound. WTF. Turned out it was a pissed off bat outside my window who did not appreciate the cacophony of harsh sounds I was playing at 3 AM. Oh up, I feel your pain. I once thought I heard my electricity popping. I could hear it near my lamp, power board, and was convinced it was not good. Swapped them both, still heard it. Had an electrician come out, they fixed some faulty switches, but I could still hear it at night. Called my uncle at 11 PM at night cause I could still hear it, turned my power off at the mains. Could still hear it. Eventually I just accepted this noise was going to happen. I moved bedrooms to the master and could hear it again. I was so convinced it was the electricity until I finally realized it was my goddamn water bottle. The little sippy straw would pop every so often. For some reason, the second I shut the bottle lid, it stopped. I have never felt like such an idiot in my life. As a kid my family had a cat in the attic for a few weeks for which we called animal control and maybe even had the fire department come out. We eventually discovered it was my brother's flip-flops making little squeaking / meowing sounds when he walked. Today I fucked up by ordered dim sum. My boyfriend and I recently moved to a new apartment. As we were driving around doing groceries I saw a cute looking dim sum restaurant. Neither of us have had dim sum before but we love trying new food and had been talking about trying some for a while, so we agreed to order some takeout this weekend. Well, Here's where I fucked up. I was looking over the menu, incredibly excited by all the options, and made a sizable list of how many I wanted to try. I intended to go pretty ham as a treat for my boyfriend, predicting that I'd be paying $50 to $60. I called the restaurant and began to place my order. After every item, the woman on the other end of the line asked how many of the item I wanted. At first I had assumed that each order came with multiple pieces, but after hearing her ask how many I wanted, I figured that you had to specify how many pieces you wanted, so I did. Well, we show up to pick up the order about 20 minutes later, and there are a lot of takeout boxes behind the counter. Assume that it's a pretty popular place, mentally high-five myself for having good taste, and ask the server if an order is ready for my nickname. The woman, frantically, says that she's waiting for 4 items but it's almost done. I tell her no worries and ask to pay. My boyfriend peeks over my shoulder as she passes me to receipt. It's in the triple digits. At first I think it's a mistake, but I'm a fast reader. My order is right. Then I assume this place is just outrageously expensive. I wasn't going to skimp on the tip. Both my boyfriend and I have worked in the service industry, so I sign over an additional $30 and my total comes to about $160. It's COVID, so my boyfriend and I go to wait outside while she prepares the last of our order, discussing amongst ourselves about what could have attributed to the astronomical price. When we come back in, she's packing about 16 takeout totes into a box and yelling my name very loudly. I walk through the restaurant to pick up the very heavy box and take a walk of shame back to my boyfriend, who is trying very hard not to laugh. I learned my lesson. Too long didn't read, didn't realize local dim sum places menu options already included multiple items. Ordered $160 worth of food. Well, now you know for next time. What was your most favorite and least favorite item? I'm hungry just thinking about this. My favorite item was definitely the pan-seared pork buns. Those were absolutely delicious. My least favorite were the custard-filled buns. Those were absurdly filling, and after 4 I was too full to eat anything else. Lucky you. Dim sum freezes well and you can steam it to reheat. Also, for that much food, dim sum is a steal. Oh my god, thank you. I'm literally freezing them right now because of your comment. No way I'm eating 20 custard-filled steamed buns this week. I'm already sick of them after 4. Can you share a pic of this load of dim sum? I'm at that 2 AM hungry hour and just wanna see this insane amount of food. Not seeing the fuck up here, smiley face. Ordering $160 worth of dim sum, or as I call it, Tuesday. Yup, dim sums come in different number depending on the dish and restaurants. Bite-size ones usually come in 4 to 6 pieces per order, while others come in 1 to 2. They are also typically categorized into 4 price points. Today I fucked up by whispering under my breath in the online new employee orientation. This actually did happen today, SMH. So due to financial insecurity as a result of COVID, hooray for capitalism, I've had to rejoin the full-time workforce. Also due to COVID, this position has put all their orientation trainings online using a professional version of Zoom. Now most of the free use video platforms automatically keep you muted when you enter the meeting, or at least give you the option of doing this when you first enter and again out you on mute if you switch from headphone audio to computer speakers or vice versa. As I learned today, this software does not have this feature! So I linked into the training today, trying to make a good impression, signing in early and attempted to get acquainted with the system before we begin. Saw that both trainers and about 20 other new employees are all in the room and that the trainers are talking to one another, but I have no audio. As I enter, I see that it automatically unmuted you when you select the audio source, so I click mute and fiddle with the settings to see why I can't hear anything. I whisper to myself, what the FCK is happening? Is that a Christmas tree? As I see a giant green fake tree in the corner of one of the trainers' offices. I see snickering from about 15 of the attendees. Thankfully neither of the trainers, as they were doing other things away from their computers prior to starting, and looked down to see that not only am I now unmuted, after messing with the audio settings, but that apparently my headphone mic is very good, as most of my co-workers heard me cursing / judging of my new superiors. P.S. The volume was down, which was why I couldn't hear the audio. TL, Doctor, almost all my new co-workers heard me cursing and remarking on the home decor of one of the orientation trainers due to technological incompetence. Edit, for comments related to capitalism / not working full-time. Prior to COVID, I owned a private consulting practice which basically was defunct for a year and put me in a ton of debt in the meantime. Although entrepreneurship is a type of capitalism, in theory, in practice the giant corporations which refused to cut me a break, and a lot more people experiencing job loss due to COVID, and threatened to take all my assets for non-payment, despite being a preferred member for 20+ years, are the ones who have the power in this situation, not mom and pop corner stores and small private practices. Having to return to a full-time job in a corporation to pay back other corporations, is soul-crushing. If you love capitalism so much, stop giving your money to billionaires and support small businesses. I accidentally yelled "oh my god" into a live mic during a Zoom meeting where one of the participants was unnecessarily making the same point over and over. A visitor from another company said, "What, is the world ending?" while a colleague gently reminded me that I wasn't muted. Nothing bad happened, except I probably hurt the feelings of the co-worker who had been talking. What, is the world ending? No, cat used my leg as a scratching post. Well, you made a strong first impression. Might not be a good one, but I'm guessing it will be a strong one. In my old job, I was watching a software training recording in our intranet. The recording was a live product demo with some 30 people attending, and one presenting. About 90 minutes in, some guy says, "Oh my god, this is too fucking boring." Everyone goes quiet for about 6 seconds, including the instructor. Then he says "okay," and just keeps going. The best part is that they left that recording available for everyone to see. I downloaded it and used to play that part when I was having a bad day. I had a Zoom class with a professor whose first name was Erin, and one day she just would not stop talking about useless stuff at the end of the class. A friend of mine didn't realize she was unmuted and said, "Alright, let's wrap this shit up, Erin," and everyone went silent. Lamau. Was on cell phone test pools for years, was pretty cool. All the new gadgets months before unveiling, and we'd have daily call-in for issues because it was still all under development, directions to try to reproduce issues, new code rollout, etc. One unskilled person in the pool kept holding everyone hostage, bloviating on and on about a single point issue she was having, likely her just not understanding, and they kept saying, "We'll take it offline and talk about it," but nope, kept talking in circles. I verbalize, "OMG, stop talking, please." Pardon me, whoops, not on mute, silently mute, but this wasn't a GUI call, old-fashioned teleconference, so she didn't know who said it. Got us out of the hostage situation too.